Looking dapper.
Then we'll have an ore scrubber then. And once we can... I mean, there's loads of chlorine over here. But these little pockets of... I'm assuming that the bleach stone loses mass. Because we've got different mass of bleach stone around these areas. I'm going to assume that it loses mass as it produces chlorine. So we don't strictly want to just crack it open. Or very cold. Oh, we got yeah, very cold biome over there. But we could set up a little pump down here. I do need to get my power situation under control though. Because right now that's a big issue. Can you check my door closed as well? Because I don't want to let all the cold air in my room into the other rooms. Thank you. Take care, pint-sized ginger. Your 2-year-old will be waking up in a few hours and no one wants a Crabbit mummy. Have a good night, all. Crabbit mummy. When I first read that word, I thought you said a cabbit mummy. And I was thinking, I'm not sure. I think Tenchi wouldn't mind. Anyway, we've got this room. Let's actually make use of it, shall we? So the first thing we want is a power control station about here. Well, actually, yeah, a power control station about here should be fine. We are going to have to use refined copper for this one. That's okay. Next up, I'm going to say... If we have a gas pump pulling gas out of here, do we have any way of cooling it down? I believe there should be a way, shouldn't there? Is there something I haven't researched? Ah, yeah. Thermoregulator. So we're going to need to get that up and running. Once we've got the thermoregulator, however, then we'll be able to cool down the CO2 that we're making, that we're pulling out of this room, and pump it down to my these various other areas. Can I control a vent, though, with automation? Is a question that I need answered. The alternative is to have the vent in this room only turn on when this room is above a certain temperature. If it senses that the oxygen is too hot, turns on the vent and just cycles the oxygen in the room around a little bit. That's another option. But overall, would that be enough? Because the base is generally going to get hotter over time. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll pump... Because we're going to be generating massive amounts of CO2 in this one room. Perhaps it makes sense to have that CO2 pumped around the rest of the base. The only question that I have is whether I can shut off an area. Gas shutoff automatically turns the gas flow on or off using automated technology. Aha! Yes, then I can. I can have a specific gas shuttle valve for each individual room. Unfazed, thank you very much for the subscription. 15 months in a row. I could bring Wheezeworts in, and that's quite likely to exist over here. It would be worth me doing. Oh, actually, I've just switched over the research when I wasn't finished getting... damn it. I'm not going to be able to make those anyway because it requires plastic. Never mind. Let's just focus on this then for now. I'm going to have to use regular sized vents then down here. So, let's go ahead and build the... where was it again? Utilities. The ore scrubber. Out of copper. It's fine. Get this up and running. We're only going to need to sorting things out in one direction anyway, so... Actually, can we get that deconstructed at a higher priority, please? Thank you. Additionally, get all that deconstructed. Oh, I haven't got set up properly. My bad. There we go. Let's get all of that done, please. Then we'll have the ore scrubber over here. Outside of the base, I don't actually mind too much how things are set up, but ultimately I do want to have the washroom in here first. So let's make sure that that's built before we do anything crazy. And I do want this room built as something of a very high priority, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sure. That's enough. And actually... See, I've thrown everything off by building this in an area where it shouldn't have been built. This whole room should have been built up somewhere else. But given that this is an exit point for the colony, I guess the normal rules might not apply, but still, having people be too active in the Jeffries tubes irritates me a little bit. It's a little bit of a problem for me. Right, let's get this all dug down as well. This ladder's going to have to go. We're going to have a different ladder out here. That there. And we'll also build our ladders going up. Deconstruct this. There we go. Food shortage. Oh dear. Oh, we're fine. I think. We might not be fine. Alright. Make some mush bars or... make some lysolo for a little bit, actually. Focus on that for now. There we go. That's all kind of all the way over here. That's good. All right. Well, I'm getting distracted, but I've got too many jobs and I'm not doing any of them because I'm so distracted by all of them. So, let's focus on some other things. We are going to want this whole area, unfortunately, deconstructed. Let's get all of this done. Now. Once that's done, well, actually, no. Cancel this room's deconstruction. We're going to run this up to the top one. We're going to take it a bit further away from everything else. There we go. And we'll deconstruct the things in this room instead. Because this has got the light source, I would rather the gristleberries be set up over here. Went downstairs to get something. Got roped into cooking dinner. It happens. That's lovely. Goodbye. Let's get that whole room done if we can, please. I'm not actually using mechanized airlock for this one, since it's going to be much faster. And since it's going to be an external one, sure, let's get that set up. Since it's going to be a faster airlock to operate, allowing people back and forth. And if it runs out of power, then that's fine, actually. It should be okay. There we go. Now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and move some of this around. We're going to want to deconstruct these pipes. The power is already in the right place. So in fact, we can deconstruct all of this. They seem so happy using these things. I think I would be too, actually. Alright, could we get disinfection going on there? Okay, it looks like we might be recovering a little bit. I mean, we're going to have slime lung in this place pretty much no matter what we do. Oh, that's nasty. But it will be dying on it. But let's just try and get rid of it as quickly as we can rather than just let it sit there. There we go. I will cancel these ones because that's just silly. There's no point in me disinfecting those. They will get dirty faster than I can manage it. Right, ladder. Deconstruct. And this ladder also deconstruct, please. Skill increase. Insufficient oxygen generation. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. Right, you've mastered being a farmhand. Well done, you. Would you like to be a researcher? No, you've already mastered that. I imagine you've already mastered this then. Yep. I could have you become a chef, or you know what? No, you're going to be a courier. I want to get some more people being good at shifting things around. You know what? $5 to 30, yeah. These are 10 to 30, so these have got a little bit of a better better reach, but that's fine. Actually, what we'll do first is we're going to get a... Where's the station? Farm station produces micronutrients fertilizer to increase plant growth rates. Assigned to duplicants must possess the crop tending skill. That's fine. We're going to have that right about here. Pop. And then we are going to want a lot of hydroponics. I'm also going to want some artwork in here. So that's why I've... that's why we're going to keep this a little bit nicer. Let's get the furniture, actually. We can have a sculpted block there, for example. We are going to want at least one storage compactor. That can go there. But beyond that, just lots of hydroponics, I think. And you can just have this whole area just full of hydroponics. We could even have light if these particularly wanted it. They shouldn't be 9s. They're not 9 jobs. They can be 8s for now. But that's all. Research complete. We have now got the thermoregulator. Fantastic. There we are. There we go. All these things. Marvellous. Colonial electrical engineers. Oh. We'll get that working, though, at some point. Room overlay. This is now a power plant. Good. As soon as this is done, it'll be the first... let's see. In agriculture copy settings. Paste it there. There we are. Agriculture-wise, I would like fertilizer stored in here. Phosphorite. No, don't need it in this one. Seeds. Is it? No, we only want blossom seeds in here. That'll do. That'll do. I guess we could take the food, The organic. No, we don't want organic. Oh, these no, they can't store food. Oh well, that's fine. Let's just focus on this for now and just get this up and running. I'm getting distracted by too many other things. There we go. That does not need to be that high of a priority. It can be 2. We'll be fine. Or we should be, at the very least. How's everything going down here? Not going terribly. Can we get rid of this ladder? Let's make that an 8. Oh, actually, let's make it a 9 since I want it done very quickly. And then pop that tile down there. Job master, that'll be Cassandra. And Stonewolf. Stonewolf, thank you very much. Farmhand, you're done. And Cassandra is now a courier. Stonewolf, you can go ahead and become a courier as well. We are actually going to need an electrical engineer soon, but Cassandra, you can go down and, I guess, start learning that. Leafin is going to be our electrical engineer, by the looks of it. Be rather awesome. Right. You need farmers or seasoned farmers? Ooh. Alright. Actually then, sorry, but you're going to be over here. Stonewolf, there we are, and there we are. Let's get you becoming proper farmers. Crop tending and micronutrient crafting. Excellent. You can go grab your hat momentarily. Alright, blossom seeds are what we want. Plant. And then we'll copy that setting across to the others. Oh! Does this mean we could actually have lots of art in here? Ah, that would be very nice. They do require a light source though. I mean, having this in here is okay, but it's not enough. We want probably one of these every couple. Since that will cover to there. We're realistically probably going to want all of this, although that isn't going to be strictly effective down there. It'll be necessary, so let's get it happening. Up you go and across. And we're also going to need to dig across here then as a result. Very well, deconstruct this and start the dig work. Oh yeah. How are we doing in terms of our reports? Germs are going up, but stress is okay. We're doing alright with stress. Oxygen generation, not good. Let's have a look at the readout here. I mean, it looks alright for the time being, but it's not really. I would like this to be a high priority job, though. Right, let's get tile built up there. There we go. And then down here, actually, we're going to want to change these around a little bit. Because I would like clean water to come up here so that we can have a sink. Dirty water goes up, clean water comes in from the bottom. We're sorted. I just need to make sure all of this is being done at a reasonably high priority and we should be good. 2. There we go. And with this, hopefully, we'll be alright. Though I'm going to have to put the ore scrubber over here. So I'm going to have to tear something down. But until we've got chlorine gas, it's not going to matter anyway. Thank you very much for the 240 bits, Omega. And all of the 3-leaf clovers. We are gradually losing that. Right, what's wrong? Yeah, we have our illumination. We do need that fairly high priority as well. Let's get all that going on. Right, once all of these are done, they should be on a 7, but we'll get this built as quickly as we can, just so that they've got illumination, because until that moves across, we're not going to be doing too well. Outside of greenhouse. Oh, it's because it's broken the walls, so it no longer counts as a room. Don't worry, we'll be fine. I'm making meal lice. Look at all of this delicious meal lice. No, we're not making meal lice. We're making lice loaves. And I guess I can also put on mush bars too. Go on then. For now, just quickly get that going. How's the water going? Alright. It's not too bad, actually. Let's get this finished as quickly as I can, please. We could speed things up, but I'm happy with it as it is. Yeah. There's no polluted water germs. Really? How's that possible? Can only one type of germ exist in a place? Either way, this water has completely lost its food poisoning component. If I wanted to, I could pump that water into my main supply at this point. It's a bit crazy. In fact, I could set that up. I could set that up with automation that it would trigger only when things were alright. There's no polluted water down there, of course. I haven't set that up for a long time. I'm not going to worry about it for now. That is a room in progress, basically. Thank you. Let's keep getting this room made as quickly as you can, please. There we go. Slowly getting across. Now, the main thing is that Slime Lung isn't moving down, but it doesn't look like it is. Poor Leafin. I think Cassandra follows him around to do the same job just so she can fart in his face. I imagine Cassandra, it isn't even that she's just got uncontrollable flatulence. She enjoys crude humor, basically. The rest of the colony's like, oh God, really? No, stop, okay? It's bad enough. We have to share this oxygen. Good. Pykel, yes, I did play the original Neverwinter Nights. In fact, that, as it happens, is one of the reasons that I met Lady Sheila. We both were working in the same place at the time, and one of my friends I'd been working there for a bit longer. One of my friends that I knew from school had recently started working there, and while he was going through the training, his training group, Lady Sheila was in there, and so he'd gotten to know some of the stuff she liked, and she happened to be really into Neverwinter Nights, and so he recommended that she chat with me, or he mentioned me in passing about something like that, I don't know. And so she just came over one day while I was eating lunch in the cafeteria and just started up a conversation. So it was just, yeah. And there you go. And years later, we rented a house together. I only need this to be going left. Because we were both YouTubers in Scotland. It's funny how things work. Right, there we go. That should decrease some of the badness, or at least it will once we've hooked up the piping properly. Boop, 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 boop. There we are. That should greatly improve some things. Also, I need to push this piping around there. There we are. Is that really not producing? Okay, really. Now let's have a watch of the germs as they're moving around. Well, that won't be hooked up yet, so it's not going to make much difference, but we'll see soon. There we go. Now that's actually working. At the very least, at least the germs are all on the suits rather than the duplicants. There we are. This will also be kind of, I could even turn that, well, I'd need a mini pump for it. I should have thought about that, but this is effectively, I could have turned this into another airlock. Like, any air getting in here is simply pumped back outside. I might still do that, actually. It would require moving things around again. I know that's very frustrating. Trust me. But it would allow me to create basically a vacuum in this area, because I know they're going to be in suits anyway, so that then just reduces the possibility that any of this germy air is getting in, because this air is quite germy. And it's breeding in this air. It wouldn't breed in this one because there's an oxygen-rich atmosphere, but I might do that, actually. No research focus, that's fine. For the time being, that's okay. Right. Copy settings. Paste. Donk. Now, everything should be okay. Good temperature. High pressure. Plenty of water. Is this now a farm room? Yes, it is. Glorious. I'd like that one to be a 7. I would also like this to, well, that can stay at 2. This should be a 7 though. Copy settings and paste it across. Why did that not work? No, they are set apparently to be planted, but all right. I'll just assume that they're going to get that planted in time. I'm not entirely certain it'll happen that way, but let's just hope. But yeah, I could move this over just a little bit. Just move this airlock over a tad. And I could fit in a gas. Yeah. Let's make that happen. I don't need a step outside. That's not something that I require. I really hope you have the good sense to move when I try to build this there. Ah, good. It does appear that you're not quite as stupid as I thought. This. Yeah, we'll use metal for that one. Very well. Wire goes down, and then everything on this side gets deconstructed. And then we'll just we'll hook up the gas into this one. Because anything pumped out of this room should just be put back up here. Whatever it is. It'll be, some of it'll be oxygen, in fact. What were you climbing? I have no idea, but well done. I'd move if I were you. There we go, we've moved outside, good. Someone come along quickly. There we go. Finish the door. Come on, hurry up. Yes. You don't want this to be harmed. Because eventually I want to wrangle it. It's making lots of slime. Or it should be trying to. Carbon dioxide. It's not actually polluted oxygen. You'd have a better time up top then. There we go. Right, so now we want a pump. How far am I from Dunmore? I'm not sure, Pikel. I would have to check using Google Food. And I don't have time for that just yet. But I will check it. Pop. All the way up. And connect in. There we go. And then just hook this up with power. And we are sorted. Maybe. Has this been hooked up yet? Apparently. I haven't noticed if they're actually using this or not. We'll see. Let's see if they actually wash their hands as they're walking back. No, they don't. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, well. Oh, no. I don't know why... Why do some of them not do it, then? Huh. Very curious. Very curious indeed. Oh, it's only if they have surface germs. Of course. It'll only be if they've got... Well, that's curious. Okay. It might be if the duplicant inside has surface germs. Polluted oxygen being moved around. Gradually, the air pressure in there is going to be getting extremely low. And then eventually it'll be nothing. No air pressure. Breathable oxygen around there. Is there anywhere that it is a vacuum on the map? No, carbon dioxide. I don't think I can see any vacuum areas. Okay, that's fine. But this is barely any air in here at all anymore. Actually, no, it's, well, milligrams. It is barely any air. Right, let's have this ladder head on down. No, it's not going to be great, but could you dig some of this up for me? In fact, I could just dig this and it'll just all drain down there, which would be nice. And then we can get the gold amalgam, actually. Sure. Let's just empty that area out. Right, how's everything going over here? I'm going to allow you to have fertilizer in you? Yeah, you got fertilizer. Has anyone been sorting this room out, I wonder? Are you going to do it? Ah, there we are. Fantastic. Delivering fertilizer. Hooray! Okay, does it tell me anything else about how quickly the plant will go if it's got fertilizer? No. Can I bring up bristle blossoms? Bristle berries. Does this link back? No, it doesn't. Okay. Plants. Bristle blossom. Farm plot. No, doesn't really have too much info. That's fine. Awaiting material delivery. It needs 50 kilograms of fertilizer to be delivered. It's producing the fertilizers just slowly. Oh well. How's water going? Water is actually okay for the time being. Right, how much food we got? We've got some. You know what? Switch over to making mush bars for now. It'll just make better food faster, effectively. We're still using up our water, but it should be okay. That's fine, we're making more food. Stop fussing. Yeah, lots of algae issues. All right. Well, we've got plenty over here that we can dig. So let's get to digging that. Let's make sure that we can actually get up here, though. There we are. That should sort it out for us. Okay, so with these going, once we've actually got bristle blossoms coming in, it should be okay. Let's have a look at the decor of this place now. It's actually, wow, those lights really help. My lord. I don't need that much help around here, though, because they've got art that's keeping them happy. But clearly, a couple of lights here and there goes a long way. An awfully long way, actually. Uh-oh. 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 Why are you so dumb? You're probably going to die, Cassandra. Unless you're really quick. Please be really quick, Cassandra. Don't die. Don't die like this. Don't die in a massive soup of chlorine. My lord. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that your stress was high. My goodness. There we are. Farmhand job. Let's get some more actual farmers then. Arrow, across you go. There we are. Ooh, it's starting to get hot now around the rest of the base. We do need that air cooler set up soon. Well, at least we've got that sorted, so, you know, that's one job done. They are occasionally cleaning themselves as they go through. I'm going to ask that the Atmos suit be cleaned. But we're starting to see that the colony itself has gotten to a point where there's significantly less slime lung germs in here. And I think a good part of that is because we're not actually bringing in any bloody algae. There's a bit of a problem. Well, we've got food on the way, and we've got these doing all right. Okay, I'm gonna let people just quickly get things cleaned out. Then we'll look to the next thing. I may move down a refrigerator down here. In fact, I'm fairly certain I'm going to. Let's actually get a fridge going. Let's pop it out of there. Hook it up to poor. Or Annie from Welsh.
Looking dapper.
Hey, Waterproof Bubbles. Thank you very much. 13 months in a row. Please put some love in chat for Bubbles there. Right. All edibles. And sure, pinch of pepper nuts can go in there too. Once we eventually have them. Can store 100 kilograms. This can store 150. And at this point, I'm actually going to delete this. Deconstruct that one, please. Make this one an extremely high priority. I want that one filled quickly when there is something to put in it. At this point, I'm actually going to deconstruct this door. I don't want people walking out this way. The only way I want them to get out there is via this. So they have to wash their hands going in and going out of the room. Ooh. Wait. Something I've been thinking about for a little while is where am I going to put the... Okay, no. Cancel that. Cancel the deconstruction. Put this back down to a 2. Where am I going to put their eating room? And as it happens, I think I might be over here. I know we're going to have to dig out a lot to do that, but it might be worth digging it out. I mean, I've got to go in that direction anyway, so... Seems to make some sense to me. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we can do with power. Now that we've got all of that sorted, let's actually have a look at what we can do. We've got smart batteries. They require copper. Alright. How much of this have I got? I've got a lot, so... Make a decent chunk of it. I'm going to want a good many... batteries. Now, the thing with these batteries is they can supply power to other batteries, which can exist off them. But these ones will control my main system. So, let's have one. I would actually like more than that, but sure, I wanted to just lay them down. Whatever. We'll see how this works. Let's get that built, please. Wait then, I'm not trying to build it, you fool. Food shortage. Shouldn't be... Ooh, there we go. We've actually got some fantastic... Let's have a look in here. Why is it... So derpy. Right. Mush fry, we've got 2,000 kilograms. Well, we've got 2 kilograms of it. And we've got 2.6 bristleberries. So, now then. Let us start continuously making bristleberries. It's going to get us a decent amount. It's going to turn our basic bristleberries into more food. It's fine. We're also going to shut that down. I will have them making lice loaf for the time being. Right, active, standby. Logic input will go on standby when battery is more than 100% charged. Now, logic input will become active when the battery is less than 0% charged. So let's put that at 25. And it'll shut down once it's over 50%, let's say. I'm not entirely certain about that. In fact, let's put it down all the way to 10. So it'll only turn on when it gets that low. Let's get a second one if we can afford it. We can't just yet. That's fine. We're going to want a coal generator. And we're going to want the coal generator all the way over to here. So.
Looking dapper.
And in terms of wire... I would say we're going to want the heavy watt wires here. And this can be copper. Oh. Ah, heavy watt wire can't go through a wall. Has to run like so. It can go through, but it needs a plate to allow it. That's fine. We'll pop that down there. Now, we're not going to be able to hook this up on the outside just yet. Muffin Tea just subscribed. What a fantastic name you have, Muffin Tea. Oh my lord. Please put some love in chat for Muffin Tea. And Muffin Tea's name. So twice the amount of normal love. Please and thank you. That is just far too amazing a name not to be recognized. We could move a lot of storage up there. We've got plenty of room up here for storage. That being said, I would like some transformers around these locations. power transformer. What do we make this out of? There we go. That's fine. We'll just have a transformer here. Transformer here. Actually, we could make that work. I mean, the heavy watt wire is going to have to go through this door if we do it like that. Nah. Cancel that for now. We'll see. Well, first, let's just get all of this hooked up first. Please and thank you. Now, I'm also going to want... Where's the automation wire? There we go. Automation wire. Like so. And just do that. Can be made active or standby on an automated grid. Must be manually toggled by a duplicate. You know what? We should have one of those. I need refined metal for it. That's okay. What priority is this? It's a 6. It's okay. We'll get it done eventually. Thank you very much for the cheer there, Carney Fox. Yeah, the coal generator is likely going to produce... do we operate this generator when the battery charge fall below the selected... Oh. So it already has this then. Ah. I didn't realize that. Didn't realize that even existed there. However, I would like it to be disabled for now. But that is a good point, because this room is going to get warm. Deconstruct this. I would like the power generation room to be have an actual airlock. Sorry, a proper airlock door. So what are they called? Yeah, they're just called airlocks. Okay, so this is a pneumatic door, but we want either a manual or a mechanized airlock. I might go for a mechanized. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me too much. There we go. How much food have we got at the moment? Oh, they're gobbling down the gristleberries. I guess I'm gonna turn this off for now. Might not need it. How are we doing for algae? We're not doing for algae, unfortunately. It is a not. So, given that, we may want to expand out around here. Now, what are these fungal? It's a seed of dust cap. What does a dust cap need? It needs darkness. Fairly high temperature. Needs carbon dioxide to live. And slime. We would probably want puffs then to get that going. Though, I mean, we could gather slime, but we don't really want to. Get as much of this refined copper as we can get, please. Obey the light. I'm going to assume that Aavak saw my message about the whole AC leads to solid gases thing. Why would... firstly, I'm not sure that I was aware that they actually modeled the different types of current you could put through. But why would that lead to gaseous, solid, gas. I mean, first and foremost, a gas can't be solid. It is a gas. Something that would normally be in a gaseous state at a certain temperature might be in a solid state based on the pressure. But... Oh, air conditioning. Oh, right. Sorry. That makes more sense now. Yeah, that makes sense. I know that because you can... even when I played it last time, you could cool CO2 into a solid just to allow you to store it. If you had problems with CO2 in your base and not being able to just get rid of CO2, one of the easiest ways of doing it was just to run it through a gas loop that just, even if it only goes to one air conditioner, you could just have one air conditioner, a pump, and an output vent in the same room. Or, right, like the air conditioner would ideally be outside the room because you'd want it insulated because the air conditioner puts out heat. But you'd pump all of your CO2 into that room. The air pump in that room would be cycling it endlessly through a cooler. Eventually, it would get cool enough in that pipe setting that it would come out as liquid CO2. And they would just drip down. And you could store fantastically higher amounts of CO2 in a room as a liquid. And in fact, I'm fairly certain that eventually you could cool it enough that it would become basically dry ice, effectively. So... Oh yeah. As you're saying there, yeah. I was absolutely aware that you could effectively store a gas. Right, can I see anything with this? I'm assuming green means it's being told to turn on. Very well. If we... Well, before we actually start worrying about that, let's get some more of these batteries there. Another one. Please and thank you. Alright, before you look up any transformers, open power overlay mode and look at the diagram on the right. Transformers have specific rules you need to follow. Okay. Power transformer. Energy from the left outlet is used by the right outlet. Is there anything more than that? I mean, that much is somewhat obvious. I don't... If there's something that is easily missed and a lot of people fall prey to not understanding it, thank you very much, first and foremost, for giving me a heads up. But I will confess, I have no idea what that thing is based on just looking at that. So you may need to expand on that for me a wee bit. I am sorry to say. I might have two transformers here. Oh yeah. It's actually really obvious which side is the input, which side is the output, because if you look at it, it has those arrows. Has little arrows on it, so that one actually stands out a little bit more. Though I don't tend to like stripping them away and rotating them. It looks silly. I'm gonna pop one there, and I'm gonna pop one over here instead. Let's get those made, please. Thank you, Chronox. Did I notice the grid markings at the top? Grid markings at the top. I mean, I noticed this number. I don't know what you mean by grid markings, I'm afraid. And yes, you can get CO2 to dried ice. The game mimicked the real-life temperatures, so with like 8 air conditioners connected side by side, you could pump a gas through it and it would drop out in a sealed room as a solid object. This leading to you never needing to purify the CO2 at the bottom of the base. And you could just pump in clean oxygen through deoxidizers. That's the thing, is one of the really nice things about this game is just how much you can do in an intelligent way. Like, the game manages it. Oh, it rotates like that. Oh, that's so much better. See, I was thinking it was going to rotate it so it looked like it was attached at the top. Oh, that is so much better. I massively approve. Humongously approve. My approval could not be higher. Right. Well, then. I would like to run this power... oh, not like that. Up like that, please. And indeed down and along. We're probably going to set this up much the same as this room up there. So, that will be that little connection here. On this side, much the same. Hooking it up over there and hooking it down. Technically, gonna need to... Well, I'm going to be removing these at this point. I mean, I could easily put a battery in each room so it has its own supply. I don't feel inclined to, though. Not inclined to. Down here, I'm going to have to move some of these, unfortunately. That should be fine. How far back? I'm going to need to remove 4 of them. So, deconstruct. It's a priority 9. 4. And the same over here. 4. Leafin has mastered the general engineer job. Hooray! That means Leafin can be our first electrical engineer. Well done, Leafin. Everyone knew you had it in you. We all believed that one day you would be the first of the derplings to get such a qualification. Possibly the first in the Leafy family. Your parents are very proud. Well, they would be if they were in the colony. It's probably best they're not, really. Why would you wish that on them? But they would be very proud. Right. I think we've got enough room now that we can go ahead and build some more of these doors. Oh, no, really? Well, that's annoying. Very well. Did I make these out of metal? Sorry, out of iron. Copper. Copper. Right. Is there copper down here? Coal. Igneous rock. Anyway, we are going to need copper then. So, where's the nearest copper I can reach? Oh, we're going to need gold or iron. Oh, that's going to hurt me a little bit on the inside. Very well. Actually, let's deconstruct this as a higher priority. Let's deconstruct this one too. Oh, wow, Crafty. Thank you so much for that enormous cheer. Thank you so much. Please put some love in chat for Crafty. My goodness. Keeping the lights on. Let's have a look at this. What's that full of? Well, actually, it's got a remarkably large amount of fertilizer in there.
Looking dapper.
Actually, I'd rather you don't store fertilizer. Honestly. For now, pop that elsewhere. Same down here. Don't store any of that. And Odin of Asgard just subscribed for the 8th month in a row. Just stopping in to say hello to the Dapper Dragon in chat. Hope everyone is having a fantastic night. Oh, thank you very much. I am.